Hi, let's look at what is average velocity and under what conditions we can calculate it as the average of initial and final velocities. Let's say when we take average of two numbers, we just add them and divide them by 2. So in case of average velocity, let's call it VA. I can take the initial velocity VI, add it with the final velocity of an object VF and divide it by 2. But can this be applied under all scenarios? No. Let's look at why. Let's take the case of uniform acceleration as shown in this plot here, which means every second, it's a time versus velocity plot. The first time interval at 1 second, it's a particular velocity gets added to the object. In the next 1 second, the same amount of velocity gets added. The third second, the same amount of velocity gets added to the particle, which means the acceleration is uniform. Every second, the same meter per second, the velocity is added, which means meter per second square is uniform. This is under uniform acceleration, this object. In this scenario, I can say average velocity is initial plus final by 2, which makes absolute sense. But let's consider to the right these orange graphs here, where if can we apply the same formula of Vi plus Vf by 2? Let's intuitively look at it. This is a velocity time plot where let's say initially the velocity is of an object is at 10 meter per second, and after a particular time interval it quickly moves up to 20 meters per second. The same object, let's say, or another object in a similar plot, initially it's at 10 meter per second, and after some time interval it increases and goes up to 20 meter per second. Now in this case, if I tell you the average velocity V average is initial plus final by 2, which is 30 by 2 or 15 meter per second, and in this case the average velocity is initial plus final by 2, which is again 15 meter per second. Intuitively it doesn't make sense, right? Because this particular object has been moving at 10 meter per second only for a short while, and then mostly it's at 20, so the average velocity should be closer to 20, whereas in this case the object has been mostly moving at 10, so the average velocity should be a little bit above 10. But in both cases, if it says 15, then something is not right. So we can only use this formula of initial velocity plus final velocity by 2 when the acceleration of the particle under motion is uniform. Uniform acceleration is the criteria for this particular formula. Thank you.